Okay, so maybe the crypto gods are going to give us something to work with here. Guys, while you're streaming in there, we're frantically looking at altcoins. We're seeing some sitting on supports, very tight supports here. I see Fetch is pumping properly. BTC's printed us a nice little candle. So maybe we're going to get some entries off good supports here for these altcoins. Is there anyone doing a poll for us today? Can we have the bullish and bearish poll? Who's okay? So Simon's here, Bruce is here, Craig and Jay are not here today, guys. It looks like, and I'm sure Craig might jump
Talis
in
is here.
now.
Talis, yeah.
Talis is here. So we got the crew. We're gonna look after you. Okay.
And Jake is here. Jake in the house.
Jackie
as well. Jackie
Yeah.
shorting Dydx, I'm guessing. Long BNB. We need to unmute him, I think, somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let me pull up some BTC here. And let's just try and get a feel for where we are.
Ooh.
Yeah. If you just give me curse, I can chat.
We can hear you loud and clear. How's it, Jackie?
Good. Some interesting trades came up in the last 15 minutes. Like these alts are reacting really rapidly to the 15-minute times right now.
Okay, so what are you seeing out there at the moment? I'm, for example, seeing GRT, possible move coming here. I'm seeing render bounce. Rune, I'm still waiting for a pullback. So let me know what you're seeing, Jackie. Here's our bullish bearish poll. Okay, so guys, I've got the BTC 4-hour here. I took a few days off. I didn't stare ferociously at anything, but I can see the usual games were played. We've got a lot of these wicks down here. Selling, pushing up. So basically just stop hunting, I would say, guys, because wicks like this on BTC start affecting these alts quite drastically. I got stopped last night in a Solana long. I don't know if you guys got stopped on anything, but you can see they came for us there. Yeah, so guys, I mean, Bruce, what are you seeing? What are you seeing here on BTC? For me, it looks like we need to push up. I want to see sort of a support here. This sort of resistance area, this 29.5 is still an issue for me. I don't know what you guys are seeing there.
I mean, for whatever reason, it is just absolutely stuck at zero. It's not going up. I mean, literally, it seems to be, aside from one wick way down, it's flatlined and just in that very small range. And it's either going to break down or break up. But until then, all the tokens that are BTC dependent are just gonna, they might make little moves, but I don't see much happening yet. It's got to break over another.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of chop. I mean, we've seen like Avax super tight range, DOT ridiculously tight range. We're looking at situations now. We're sitting on supports, but we got like 3% up, 3% down. 4% up, 4% down. So it's definitely not very exciting on some of these, but then you've got these random guys.
I think that's what caused Solana, which was a beautiful entrance and everyone called. That was sort of the source of the wicking, right? I mean, the volume went violently in both directions, and
Yeah, and again, a reminder about classic weekend games. I mean, we mustn't forget that this is where they come for us on the weekends. Now, there was talk this afternoon about dominance dumping, but I see somebody in the research group, our Banter research group, was saying it was a trading view error. Let's see. Oh, yes, there it is. Okay. I mean, that's not correct, hey, guys. Am I missing something here? Jackie, did you pick that up?
I accidentally muted myself and I was waiting for the coast. The Bitcoin chart specifically has been fighting a hard resistance level to get past. And before we see any move to the top side, we need to break 29,490. It's been
Yeah,
stuck
did you see
against
this
that.
thing with did you see this dominance, guys? Was this a fault on TradingView? I've got somebody telling me it was a fault in TradingView. Jackie, did you see this one?
I haven't looked at dominance, but
This is dominance
that's a
here.
very
Can you
big
see the
candle.
chart?
ETH
Yeah,
did,
it's
ETH
ridiculous.
dominance, ETH dominance did the same thing.
Yeah, but T1 and T3 and Tether
Oh, wow.
dominance is giving you the same move.
I mean, it's
So then,
gap down.
Look at-
Okay, so
And if you look at others.d, which is the alts, it spiked way up.
Yeah. T3, I mean, if you see T3, he's pumped through.
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, if somebody out there can tell us what's happening,
Well,
why are there these massive gaps in the chart? That would be
that
nice.
massive candle that's happening right now, or that has happened, might explain why all these alts are getting massive moves to the upside on the lower time frames right now. I was just in the
Yeah.
Discord now with like 40 students, and we've all seen about like 7 or 8 different alts pump right now off 15 minutes.
Okay,
To name a
so
few: Cas, Tomo, Sand.
okay, so here's what I've done, and I wanted to do it with you guys on the live. I was scared we weren't going to get it. I've gone long CAS on this 618. So here's the trade. That last trade we took, I've done one trade on this. We did it live, I think last Tuesday, Wednesday. It was a Tomo. It went up, came back down,
Yep.
and we actually got stopped out. So right now I'm 0 for 1 on the live sessions, and I want to get this right. So here's CAS. I've opened CAS. It's 10x, 1500 is the size. Here's the chart. This was my idea. We bounce on the 618. This is the 618 fib on the 4-hour pool. We've got old resistance turned into support, tested once. This is the second bite. So let's see. And not looking for too much. I just wanted to see a bounce up to sort of retest this trend, 7 to 8%, and then a rejection and maybe look for lower. So yeah, that's what I've gone for, guys. Jackie, did you like that CAS bounce that you were watching there?
Yes, it's a double bottom. That's a 618 bounce as well. I got that also. And then it's also in an order block right now.
Okay, so guys, yeah, there you go. So you know I've been trying to hook this CAS for so long. So hopefully this is the one. Dylan and I have the same stats. Mike, what stats are we talking about here? Talk to me. I'm just reading the comments here, guys. Okay, cool. So let's hope CAS moves. So there it is, locked and loaded. Hopefully we'll get a $50 to $100 out of that, maybe a bit more, and then we can get rolling. Okay, so we look at some of these alts, guys, please. And if you see anything, Bruce, Tales, anybody, if you see anything, and I'm on here, just jump in and let us know. Okay. So GRT, we saw a bit of a revival, guys, with AI, Fetch, AGIX, they all seem to move. GRT, Render, my nemesis, they all pumped a bit over the last few days. And here's GRT today. I did a little 382 pull earlier, and we got the move onto the 382, and now we're kicking off. So if you didn't get that 382 bounce, now you're at resistance. So now we're looking for a break of this trend. We want to see the retest. We want to see support develop, and then it will push on, hopefully. Otherwise, if you're bearish, this is again your resistance zone. So if you're bearish, you've got trend resistance looking at you now. So there's a possible opportunity there. So the bulls wanted this 382 pullback. Here it is. That's what they got for now. So, you know, they locked in and they should be moving up. Render. So, I mean, Render really actually hurt me last week. It was very frustrating. This took me out all the way down here. And what it's done is it's pushed straight back through this old support that I was backing. And here we are. So, you know, buys for Render. I like anything in this lower band here, guys. This is the Render 4-hour chart. So I like anything at around 1.7, even just a little above there, 1.71. So the idea here is a little pullback onto the range low. You can see why I like this. Look here, there's old range support, range resistance here. So if we get a move into this range low, we get a nice little bounce there, we can buy, and you try and push it up into this old trend. And then what I've got here is it's quite a strong TP zone or resistance area that you need to watch. This is Sam Price's 200 MA on the 4 hour, and we've got the 200 day, and we've got the trend, and we've got the horizontal resistance. So this is a huge, huge, huge resistance area. So it might actually be a dream short zone. So if you're not happy, being long render here, let it push up. Let's see. When it gets to this area, you might get yourself a really nice short. So I would set my alarm here in this zone. Let's see if we can add it here. Why can't I add it? It's not letting me add my alarm. Okay. Wait. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to add an alert here for render. Pull it down a little bit. Okay, so big area for me, 1.8 for render. Around there, I'm interested in shorts. We're gonna see. We'll look at Lux Algo. This, will hopefully happen in the next couple of days. We'll look for various signals, and I'm quite keen on a short here around 1.8. Edna wants to see Uni. Yes, we're gonna see Uni just now. Okay, cool.
Also, we need to look at that Rune chart. There's important things to speak about there.
So how many of you are trying to short Rune?
Your friendly neighbor Jackie got stopped out over the weekend.
Yeah, you know what? It was tricky. It was tricky. I might have scalped a couple of Rune longs. I am short Rune now. And I'm probably underwater. My average entry is 1.39. Okay,
and that's why we need to speak about it, because I think your short is premature there.
So this is what I was interested in earlier. Oh, I wonder if David Deer's in the house, guys. Can you check if David Deer is also in the house? Yeah. That was interesting to me earlier. So yes, I've had a little dip at Rune. Ideally, I want to see a big pullback. Well, not that big, I suppose. This is the Rune daily now, guys. I want to look for a pullback on Rune down to this trend in 200 days. So it's a 10% move, ideally, and then I want to be long, actually. So, this is just pullback onto trend 200 day, and then we want to just push it up there and see what we get. So round about 1.26, 1.25 is somewhere I want to be on Rune for a long. Currently small short position. Jackie, tell me what you're seeing there on Rune.
Okay, so just go to your 1 hour. Okay, so where your let me just see if my chart's the same. Yes, so where your is that your 786 was intersecting on the chart. I think that's the last low that's on your screen right now, the 12th of August.
Yeah.
So I've just drawn a fib from there to the top.
Yeah.
And if you're using just that last wave up, you can see this is a 236 bounce. It's made a higher low. That's the first thing. Indicator, it's one that I've been using now, is at the bottom, and it is coming back to zero. So that means that we're still climbing up a bit. But the fact that we haven't retraced to at least 50 in any of these moves up or any of these waves up is alarming. So that means we're going to need to look for another pullback at a later phase. But for right now, there's still a lot of strength in this Rune trade, and it's still showing more signs of going up based off the 236 bounce and the higher low that was formed.
Okay. So you're looking at this low here.
Correct.
That's what you're looking at. Okay, got you. So it's nice, but there's the 618 down here as well, tying in there. Look, I'm not high conviction either way. This thing has been super bullish. What I do know is I want to see a pullback onto the 200 day and that 382, which is where I feel comfortable, like, taking a nice long position. Shorting a bullish coin, like you heard this weekend, it does get a bit tricky because everyone knows that everyone else is trying to short the coin, and then you get these squeezes and these big moves up and down. So it's not always the best sort of advised thing to do. I like the way the chart was looking. I like the way the candles were forming. I like the double top. So I took a chance there. And
I must say though, if we do hit those levels that you're targeting there, that lines up with my TA's 50 fib. So then that would make the move complete. So then we're happy to move further from there.
Yeah. But again, you know, my main objective for Rune is that. I want to see that. That's where I want to make a nice trade in that area. So it's a trend retest, 382, 200-day MA. That's for me is a nice sort of zone to jump into.
BNB is moving away.
BNB.
BNB is moving away from the support trend line. Maybe he's heading to break the resistance.
I'm looking at, while we're talking, I'm watching BTC on this other screen here in front of me on the 15-minute. It's looking quite good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you go to 1 now, it will be more clear that he's pulling away from the support line.
So here's a little trend we can track. Jackie, you know what? Will you get this ready? I can't.
I've got it ready.
I need Jackie to speak BNB here. Okay,
I was ready with this
pull up
weekend.
your charts. Okay, talk to us.
Okay, so let me know if you guys can see my screen. Let me just clear up the noise here quickly. Cool. So for those of you who actually followed my Twitter this weekend, I was actually getting a little into my Twitter game. So the red trend was the initial trade we were tracking, right? And we saw this massive trade that looked very, very good from this perspective when price was still breaking out of the red trend. We saw a TP to this zone right here, and that would have been a nice about 6% move with a nice 0.8% stop loss. Unfortunately, that was not the case. We got stopped out by this bigger trend at this, or not stopped out, we got stopped on the support trend right here, and we now retraced back to entry. So what's happening right now is we're not going to be breaking out of the support trend. We are seeing continuation of this bigger pattern. So we are expecting a move to top of pattern and hopefully a break to the downside, to the top side. And then depending on what happens here will determine where we go with BNB. But this short is not going to play out now. It could potentially play out if we get rejected at trend here for a better retest of trend later on. And that's what Dallas is trying to point out. We're moving away from the support of this trend line. And then a reason saying why I'd say we could potentially come back. If you look at the order blocks that I've just turned back on, we've got a order block right on trend right now. So if we were to travel up to trend, we'd be in the order block. And that could push us back down. It is a big order block, but it's balanced between buyers and sellers. So it will be a battleground at 246. So at 246, don't get into any trades. Wait and see what happens. If the buyers win, we are going up for a breakout with a retest at this order block. And this could potentially be what's going to send us up. Or if we lose here and this is stronger resistance, we're coming down back to the bottom of the bigger blue triangle that we're in.
Okay.
So that's the BNB setup.
Shot, Jackie. Thank you. And if you find something else you're looking at, let us know. Guys, I pulled up Avax again. Very irritating, this thing. I sat in this for days. I hear there's a token unlock in the next bit. If you guys know anything about it, just drop it in the chat. There is still a setup here for Avax. I can't say this is looking bearish right now. We're putting pressure on the trend. We're sitting on the 618. We've got BTC looking a little bit green. So right now BTC is 29,460. I want to see BTC crack this 29,500 level and create support. But we could get an Avax move here. Bruce, I'm keen to hear your thoughts here. Or Talis, I'm keen to hear your thoughts on Avax. It's been very dead for a very long time, and I'm just wondering if we're going to get surprised here. So let me know what you think. If we were long, 2% stop
Actually, I'm looking
from
at it
here.
right now, and actually, this to me will follow Bitcoin. If Bitcoin, which is trying to create kind of, I've got a little marker at 29484, which is just above mid range, which it keeps on rejecting. If it breaks through that, which it's looking like it's getting close to do, then Avax might pick up the hint and break through that trend.
Yeah, so
I
it's
would wait for
definitely not a
break-
free agent.
No.
It's running with BTC here. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So guys, watch it. It could be a slow mover. It could be pretty boring. Right now, it looks like about a 2% stop. But again, we at resistance. We're pushing onto this trend. But ideally, we want to see it break this trend and retest. So eyes on Avax if you like it.
Yeah. For those who want to be a little riskier on it, if you go to the lower time frame, you've got a few other options, but I wouldn't touch it until it breaks out.
Yeah. Okay. Good advice. Yes,
It's a very, very tight spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like it really, really squeezed into the triangle. So
Exactly.
yeah, so we don't know yet it's a bullish or bearish flag. So until it breaks it.
Yeah.
Now, if all the outs are popping, maybe that will follow. It is on a very tight spot.
Yeah. But it's also an area of very consistent support. It's banged off this support over and over and over again for quite a while. So
it's held very, very well.
I think another thing we should remember there is that Avax is also part of the Total 3 group.
T3, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Holy cow. Go back to Avax and zoom in a bit and take a look at the last candle. On my chart, it just broke through and it's peeking out, pulling back, peeking out, pulling back. Candle's not closed, but yeah.
Yeah. You can see it's trying something, guys. So, yeah, eyes on Avax. The bigger picture that I like to look at is about a 2% stop from here. And then, the lower risk setup, you could maybe trade this break, guys, like that. You could trade this little trend or wait for Big Daddy over here and then trade that. So there's a few ways to look at this. Okay, but this big daily trend, it's been around for a long time. So
it's breaking the previous two small 1 to 3 previous highs. So it has potential on a smaller time frame, Dylan. Sorry, 15 minutes.
Scalper's dream. Scalper's dream. Okay, fetch, guys. We looked at this earlier. It broke trend. Last week, we were talking about this trend. These charts on the Discord I'm pretty sure fetch is on the Discord. Pushed into this first area. Now I'm targeting the 786. So there's no long here on fetch. In fact, I wouldn't short something this bullish looking either. But if you are in fetch, watch out for the 786. It's probably already pinging this 618. Yeah, okay, so we got 618 resistance here. I'm looking for that. Let's see what happens there. Okay. Phantom. I know Jay is long Phantom. I couldn't get an entry for what I look for today, but I know Jay got a Phantom entry. I think he's going to do well here. So the target for Phantom is this resistance zone here, 0.25. So that's quite a nice little area. Any scalpers out there, if you can pick up something, you can see a little trend break here on Phantom. So that looks interesting. And I think Jay got a really nice entry down here somewhere. Okay, so that looks nice. If you're looking for stop zones, there.
Okay, Bitcoin is breaking that horizontal level that I was talking about.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. There
Yep,
it goes.
yep. I got it too.
I love these live sessions, guys. I'm so happy I'm back here. This is the best. Always some action here. Okay, Phantom on track. OP. This is one I spoke about earlier today on the show. I liked this area before. It drifted down. It actually wicked a bit lower. But we got our second bite here and it's in the box. So if BTC now holds this 29.5, I think OP will start moving up. Remember, I think we had some whale selling, or there was a token unlock, guys. There was something going on, and it was abnormal selling on OP, but it's settled around the 618 nicely. It's hovered this weekend. Let's see what happens here. But yeah, this trade is still on for me, and the stop was quite tight. It was 1.7%, give or take, below those previous candles. Okay, I see B.
Yo,
Nice.
I didn't, it's always amazing to me how we don't look at the charts together, but the same TA. I've got that same exact trade set up right now.
It's science, Jackie. You know it's science. Okay, guys, here's theta. So it was actually looking a little bit bearish earlier today with this double top. I wasn't really feeling it. So what I was saying was, let's watch this trend. Let's see how it reacts on this trend. So right now, this is resistance, okay, for theta. And we've got this trend support. So yeah, there's no long trade here for me right now. Let's see where these fibs are sitting. I'm going to pull a fib from this high. Let's have a look here. That's not tying in. Let's look at this one. Yeah, that's a 382. Okay, so that's a resistance there for me. So you've got horizontal and you've got this fib. So we want to see theta sort of just break up there, and just stick to this trend over here. If you're looking for something there, Matic. Yeah, nothing to report. How tight is this range? Just chopping up and down, up and down, up and down. Look at the 618 as support. I think if you get a dip here, that could be nice. But I wouldn't really do anything with Matic where it is now.
Matic's in the same area as BNB. They have no momentum coming in right now.
Yeah. So maybe watch this. If it moves, it's going to move with the market, I think, like Bruce was saying, Matic. 0.738 might be a nice short opportunity. There's a 382 fib there. There's some horizontals. So if you're looking for shorts, maybe set an alarm in this sort of area. Let's mark it there. Geez, BTC, nice candle, eh, guys? 29,580. It's squeezing.
Yep, that was it.
Here it goes. Let's check in on CAS.
After you go through that TA, we mentioned AI having an upswing, right? But there's one token that we don't actually look at quite a lot, and that's Frax. So check that one out after this.
Geez, this phantom now. Now I'm getting jealous. Wow, look at this phantom.
Yeah.
Oi. Frax. Is Frax AI, Jackie?
It's an algorithmic stable coin as well, but it's built differently to Luna. This one actually uses
horrible.
That's the one. FXS.
Okay. This looks a little bit better. Is this a new? It's new on this exchange.
You selected the OKX one. Look for the Binance one. It's the best one.
It's quite an old coin, isn't it, Jackie? It's been around for a couple of years.
Yes, this is one of the ones that Miles is bullish on.
I think I've been in a spot on this for 2 years.
Look, Miles is excellent on fundamental stuff. So if Miles was talking up a token, it's pretty good. Our job is to find the best entries on those ones.
The only reason why I mentioned this is because it's backed part AI. So the AI is keeping the algorithmic part of it running, but it is backed by actual funds. It's just split percentage-wise.
Okay, so here's some resistance coming up there. But you can see this candle looks nice. Nothing wrong with this candle on the 4-hour. Okay, so, you don't want to be long straight into resistance. Okay, it's not normally the best idea, even though we were short Litecoin on support, Jackie, and it worked. That was lucky, though. That was lucky.
It wasn't like that. That was an event.
That had to do with a halving, man. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It was a risky play. Okay, so right now Frax pushing into resistance. So your options are, if you want to be long, okay, you wait for this little pullback here. Look for this area, see if you can tie in a horizontal and a fib. So pull a fib, look for a 382, look for a 618, look where it ties in horizontally. And then if we don't get that pullback and this thing just pops, let's just wait for the rejection and let support develop. And then you can get your long. So don't panic. If it pops, just chill, let it come back, and we deal with it when it pulls back 6.85, that sort of area.
So
Okay, but
just to
don't force
confirm,
it.
still science there, that white line horizontal that he just drew, it's a 236.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you can see if we get this pullback, horizontal and fib is there, and trend. So then you've got three reasons you can try and be long there. Otherwise, let it pop, then let it pull back, then take another long. Okay.
Mhm.
I see BTC it's fine. 29,500. We just want it to hold there. Okay. Optimism's turning green here finally. Okay, so eyes on optimism there. Theta we've done. Matic. Sol, yeah, there's this mini, again, another tight range this weekend.
Yeah.
Nothing much to report. Sheldon's long, I think, on this pullback here. So nice
I got
little
stopped
range
out
to
there.
play in.
Yeah. A lot
Yeah,
of
I got
people
stopped
did.
yesterday. Yeah, it wasn't great.
I'm going to personally on Sol, I'm going to wait for it to just select your arrows. I'm going to wait for it to break over the top, retest support, and then take it.
Yeah, this would be really cool. You know, let it break up here and then let this old resistance become support. Then you can trade Sol. And that's a lower risk move for you. Otherwise, this pullback is also nice onto the trend here. Could work. Okay, Atom. Oh, geez. I was looking at this earlier today thinking it looks decent. Okay, this is Atom 8 hour. It's probably a bit late to jump in here now, unless you're trading spot. It's a 3.3% from where it is now to that previous low. Okay, the 618 is a little bit lower down, 4%. And then your target though is not very high at the moment. We're looking, you're gonna run into resistance at this band here. So don't get too excited. Resistance here. So it's gonna get stuck here. You know, I'm not saying it can't do that, but that's this is your next area. So it's only a few percent. So the risk reward isn't ideal for Atom,
just like
but it looks good.
Yeah.
It does look good to its credit. Link, guys, 618 fib. Look at that. You pull from the bottom. You pull from the bottom. This was a major area for us that we said was going to bounce. 200-day, 382 trend. We just knew it was something was gonna happen in. Moves to the high. Where did it reject? It rejected 618. Okay. It pulls back 618 and trend and bounces. Okay, so please, if you're not using fibs, 618, 382 are my favorite. Jackie likes a few others. Everyone's got their things they like to use. I love 382, 618, 786. Nice reaction things when it ties in with a trend, ties in with a moving average, you know, horizontals, just good reaction stuff. And again, you know, no guarantees that it's going to go 10%. We just know we're getting reactions. There's a 4% move here on Link, just trading the 618 and trend retest. And again, maybe it's easier, watch less coins. Don't do what I do and stare at 30 every day. You're going to miss all these opportunities. There's just so many, you know. So pick a few of your favorites and identify which ones work nice with the fibs, which ones respond very well. Get to know them and just trade the 4%, 3%, 6%. You can
So
clean up
Simon
what
actually
Bruce does
shared a
every
chart
day.
as well.
What have we got?
He shared Ape. Unfortunately, we've missed that one. It's literally just taken off.
Okay, let's look at Ape. That's Aptos. Okay, sorry. Yeah, guys, we'll come back to Aptos now. Very similar to Avax. Trend 618, looking for this break.
Yep.
Okay, here's
A
Ape.
couple times over the last week you've covered Dot, and Dot also just printed a nice candle. woke up.
Okay, so Ape, yeah, Ape is gone. We spoke about it on the show,
Yeah.
and I think 3 weeks ago we called Ape on the show. We said we're watching this level, so hopefully, maybe you got some in your spot bag. But I mean, Ape can move. This thing could be huge. You can see this trend from way back there. Okay, so Ape has gone. If you're jumping in now, you're taking risks because it's a 7% move to that next support. Okay, so just be aware that it can very easily come here. If it's
so on the 1 hour, it has retested that level already.
Okay, so but if you go long here, you can't realistically or reasonably exit this position, with your stop much higher than that, because that's going to be your next major support. So just be careful. That's why I like to look for tighter areas where I don't have to have the stress of watching it pull back, so far.
Dylan, on that, and just if you could stay on there, because I think that's a good teaching moment. So for you, a good entrance would be let it pump, let it come back and retest, and on the retest you'd have a healthier entry, right?
Simon's looking at the short.
Tightest one you can get. What does he want to short?
He's looking at this short now on Ape. It's currently in an order block on the 4 hour. So it's a 35% block. So a short is a decent play. We could see a pullback then if that's the case. Potentially
gonna get this thing. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so let's assume Simon was here on this call talking to us. He'd tell you with his wizardry that we've got a cross here. Okay. We're in the red band, and it's in an order block. So yes, it is potentially getting tired. But again, when I identify a pullback, I'm looking here. If things are bullish, that's the pullback. That's what we're going to get out of it. So let's see.
Some
6%,
more
it's
wizardry. The trend coming from the 7th of August, the bottom side of the candle, the red wick at the bottom of your screen, lines up with where you're looking at that price right now as a support. Yep, there you go.
Okay, so let's call it a 6% potential move. What I do see is only 1x. Okay, this is Simon's department, but what I do know is I like to see another X. So let's see this other X develop somewhere, and then you can maybe start laddering in, and then it might come down for us. But I'd say 6% is quite a nice little move. Okay, so eyes on Ape. Okay, so Cass, guys, 618 reaction. Let's see how it goes. But I mean, how perfect is that? I mean, it's like perfectly on the spip. You have to use these spips. You've got to get it into your game plan. There's no order block here. There was, this was purely a horizontal and a fib play for this reaction.
Are you talking about where price is currently now?
On Cass, where it bounced there. So there was no order block.
15-minute order block.
What I was looking. Yeah. I like 4 hour, that sort of stuff,
4 hour order blocks are solid.
Here it is. Yeah,
so that 15-minute is the reason why it bounced.
No, the 618 science is the reason why it bounced.
That's it.
Okay.
ETH is moving.
ETH,
the major.
Oh, there we go.
Everyone's been fading ETH so hard. Look at this massive candle that just printed.
ETH has been an absolute stable coin. You got me so excited there. I can't even see it on the chart.
Yeah, because you're on 8 hours.
That perspective is priceless.
Okay.
Thank you.
So give it some time. I mean, we could pretend there's an inverse head and shoulders here now, if we want to be ETH bulls. Okay. So let it go. Let's see how we go. If you go in on the 15, guys, there will be a trend break here, I'm sure. Okay, let's see. So there's your trend break.
Yep.
Okay, it's nice. Looks like Phantom. Where's Avax? Let's check. Avax see. Avax going to follow BTC here. Let's do a FTM check-in. I mean, fetch. Look at this thing. Beast mode.
Yeah.
Let's do FTM.
BNB.
Okay, and guys, what do you want to see in the chats there? Let us know what you guys are looking at. And
Bill,
what
have
we
you looked at Shib
you.
for the retrace onto the trend line?
Ooh,
Guys,
Shiba's
Craig is
making a
here.
lot of headroom.
Okay, let's take a look at
How does
Shib.
this mic sound, by the way? Is this mic all right?
It's not bad.
You sound
Not
decent.
bad.
You
Okay,
sound
so
like
how's
a crypto king.
A little fib pullback onto the 200 day. And what are you looking for, Craig? What did you say you wanted there on Shib?
Sorry, trend line. That's very difficult to get one, isn't it? Yeah, basically there. Yeah, 200 is probably the most reasonable.
Yeah, it was a nice little 200 day bounce. It actually respected this fib down here very well. Okay, let's see what fibs we got up here. Yeah, there's a 618 there. So this will be a big zone for Shib. And I mean, it will also be big support if it breaks through. So keep your eyes in this area. Would be lovely to get that as support. Wow, that would be so nice. Okay, so look out here for rejection. And then, we'll play this 200 day as support tied in with this horizontal. Yeah, keep your eyes on that. Craig, what are you in? What are you trading?
I just got stopped out of Kaz. Literally just.
Long or short? Long.
I was long.
Okay, I bought it on that 618 there.
So you still
I
good?
think most of us did.
Hopefully it holds.
Good. I started buying a little bit lower. A little bit higher, I mean.
There we go.
Yeah, but there was perfect buy there.
Yeah, I mean, let's see if it holds. I don't want to get overexcited. I'm just looking.
Did you
for
get
this
it bang on?
trend. Yeah, like a 45, I think it was. Let's see. 0.415. So I bought it as we went live. I thought I'd better buy it just in case it runs away. So
You're almost back at break
yeah,
even.
it's actually a little bit higher. It's the same as you. Yeah, it's there. Okay, so yeah, looking for this bounce, 7-8% move. I think I'll probably just stop underneath this candle now that we've had this first bounce. Maybe a little bit lower, but yeah, I'll keep my eyes on this one. Jackie, you mentioned Dydx earlier, and
Yes, that's a really interesting trade, guys.
this. Yeah. So we had a nice long, it broke resistance. So this is what I've been trying to explain on some of these other coins. Let it break resistance, retest like you saw here, and then it pushed up into this big resistance band. Now we're fighting. Okay, big story up here. Big resistance from May. Okay, this is 2.25. This whole area is going to be a struggle. And then on top of that, you got the 200 day as well. So I wouldn't be long here, put it that way. For me, there's shorts possibly available on another push. I wouldn't be long here, and then I'd look for that rejection and that pullback. Longs only, break, retest. That's where you get your long. Okay. So just play that safe.
Yeah, I suspect we're going to make a double top at the top of that resistance block and come down.
Yeah. So guys,
reason
that's a great thing to look out for. Yeah.
The daily, that whole area between your lowest support block and your highest resistance block is a order block on the daily.
Okay, nice. So, if I've zoomed in here on the 1 hour, possible reaction zones, 382, 618, and then double top. So look out for that. Those are areas that you could possibly look to short. And then this 200-day up here is going to be a problem as well. So if it breaks through all of these, I think you've got another opportunity over there, and that should get you your final push down. Okay, I'm opening the chats here. Let's see, guys. What do you want to see? Benjamin says CFX ideal for a short. Okay, we must look at C98. Oh, uni, guys. Yes, we've got someone waiting for uni.
That could also be an interesting one to look at. Tara, it's something Simon was also on a little while back.
Low cap, or
Yeah, a lot
micro
of people
cap,
have
or
been
whatever.
trading Tara.
Okay, so yeah, uni update. Look at that. Lost this trend, 200-day, bang in the entry, trend retest, rip through this TP. This is a fib, and now this fib has support there. Okay, so we're pushing. Geez, it actually hit TP2 already. So there's no new longs here for uni. The dream long was in this box that we gave. Yeah, I think there's only shorts available. Look out for resistance there, double top, and obviously look out here, bigger double top there. Keep your eyes on that. Let's just zoom out a bit. Yeah, there's no long here. There's no trade here for me, unless it's like super low time frame stuff. Okay, so we're looking for resistance rejection. You can see here's support, and we're looking for resistance rejection over here in that area. Okay, yes, Amelia needs Tomo. Injective, let's look at. Yeah.
David King was asking, could we please get Craig's breakdown of dominance?
Craig, there was a gap on
Craig.
TradingView. There was a gap on TradingView today with dominance. I don't know if you know what happened there.
No, they just seem to be sometimes TradingView does give fault errors, Yeah, there was a big wick down, but then it seemed to disappear. So sometimes their data is just not up to space. I didn't do any thing on dominance.
Maybe they meant
if you go to the 4 hour, there is a long candle.
Hey,
here we go.
It's when you speak about dominance, then the OGs
What's happening?
You came out of nowhere. Jay, talk to us. What's the story? Dominance just dumped on TradingView, but I mean, was that an error? What happened?
Yeah, that's money flowing into Phantom, man.
I was telling them you long. I'm quite jealous about this Phantom trade. So are you still long? What's your target?
Tell me, did you do a good job around Bitcoin and give a good summary there?
It's a very bad job. I said we're at resistance. We must break it. We must get support. I don't do it as nicely as you, Jay.
Okay.
But I'm seeing now it's retesting now. It needs to hold, eh?
Yeah, the 4 hour 200 moving average is a major resistance here.
Well, yes, that's our new favorite moving average for now. This 4 hour 200 MA. Okay, so we're watching BTC here. Somebody asked for injective. Best way to play this, you can see the support here that I've highlighted with this yellow dotted line. 7.54, that sort of region is support. And safest play is that. Let it come retest trend and horizontal and then go. So look for that if you want to be long on injective. Okay, CFX. Bruce, when you're ready for Tomo, hey, just let us know.
I'm ready. Anytime.
Okay, somebody's asking GRT. So we did cover GRT at the start. This is it. We're tracking this trend now. We want to see this trend break up and retest. Bruce, if you want to hit us with some Tomo, that'll be good. I see BTC's retesting, yeah.
Let me see how well I did today. Some of the students asked me to chart Tomo on Discord as well, so I want to see how it stacks up with what Bruce is saying.
Yeah, I mean,
Lord Tomo.
Yeah, I mean, there's right now. I'm uncommitted. It's been respecting this blue trend line, which you notice is also, covering around the 200 4-hour moving average, but it's also been really into this range right here. So let me just zoom in just a tad bit. So right now, let me get rid of that for a sec. Go away. There we go. Okay. So right now there's a possible entrance down right over here. It came close to tagging it. There's a possible entrance, but personally, if it breaks through this new trend line on the trend, then I would enter. So I probably would enter here, but especially since the bees are now going to Bitcoin and all its family, that I suspect we're probably going to break down, come back down to support right over there, and then trade the range. So I'm not entering anything yet. I'm just going to be very patient and let it determine whether it's going to, find that trend line and go up. But I'm going to wait for it to break here first, or break down further and go from there. If you wanted to be really cheeky about it, you could try an entrance when it comes closer to here, and then if you get stopped out, then try it again down there. But I'm just going to wait for now.
I like those two options, Bruce. I mean, I like that trend option, number one, and then I agree. My preferred one would be that horizontal. That makes the most sense.
Yeah. It's been respecting that really solidly, but it has been into this trend. But I think horizontal is a lot more reliable than the trend is right now. My guess.
No, nice one.
That's it. So we're gonna wait.
Thanks, Bruce.
You're very welcome. Can you look at Dot?
Yes.
Dot Brookfield. You've been bringing Dot up over the last couple of weeks. Just take a look at it.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The risk reward either way. I mean, it's so small. You got 3% up, you got 3% down. It's almost not worth the effort right now. When it can go either way like this. And I saw it. There was another one I was looking at, similar situation. We need to sort of find the ones that move a better. So yeah,
That's what I thought of Sol. It is Sol. People start breaking, except there was no room to move between there and resistance.
Yeah, I mean, if Dot pushes up, just like Bruce is saying, this is where you're going to struggle. So as your trade gets going, you hit resistance, and then the same way coming down. So yeah, I mean, look for those type of moves potentially until proven otherwise. Okay, same.
Yeah.
I think the nice long will be down here, 4.8. That will be the nice bounce that should give you a decent push. Dennis says he can't see my screen. Dennis, can you see it now?
We see it just fine.
Okay. IMX was one of the questions. Hbar, yes, we need to look at Hbar. I see a lot of people want to short Hbar. Let's see. Was this where we were talking about Rune earlier, Jackie?
Yes, we were talking about Rune earlier.
Okay, so I
very
pulled
similar
out
structure.
the wizardry. So again, shorting a very bullish coin is very risky.
That is
never know.
Tough.
You never know.
As I learned on Saturday, trying to short Rune.
I think everyone tried that.
Yeah,
I did as well.
It's almost not worth the effort. Rather short something like Dot or Avax that you know is going to move with BTC. It's not doing its own thing. It's like it can get silly because now everyone knows that everyone is trying to short Hbar. So are we going to just become a statistic here if we start shorting it? Let's see. Okay, so what I'm seeing on Lux Algo, and I'm not the resident expert here, is a red band. I haven't seen a tick yet on the 4-hour. We are getting this rounded top here. That's interesting. There's 2 ticks. Simon, if you're seeing this, jump in. Let's get these settings right.
What is that?
Okay, so we've
Hbar.
got 2 ticks here. Yeah, this is Hbar on the 1-hour.
Yeah.
So we've got that and we've got that.
So
So, you know, a
you've got
third
2.
tick.
So the third one would be reversal then.
Yeah,
There's
so
not
I
always
think-
there's not always going to be a third one, but when you get the exit,
Correct.
it's like the time for you to take some profits because he's seeing some weakness, and the second X is again another indication for another weakness. So it's getting into the cloud as well. So most likely, you know, it's going to go down.
Yeah, so we use those exits if we are long, or short, we use them as TP zones, like Thomas is saying.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
as a potential indicator for us saying, hang on, this thing's running out of momentum. Maybe we can start building a short or looking for a short entry. So that's how we're playing it at the moment. But you can see it's running out a little bit of steam here. But you know, these things can be very sneaky. They can easily come and do that to you and just take you out. So again, be careful. Be very careful here. Okay, Hbar, Ocean. Yes, Ocean is another AI that we need to deal with. Guys, and then I need to run in 10 minutes, please. Oh, there goes Ocean. Okay. So when you see AI move, guys, you go render, fetch, AGIX, maybe have a separate category on TradingView. AGIX, Ocean, render, fetch, and GRT. Those are where
Frax as
I
well.
go. Frax. Okay, those are the ones I go to when I'm seeing an AI situation. You go look at those. I automatically just out of habit render, fetch, graph. But Ocean is a big one. This thing pumped like crazy a few months back. Okay, so this Ocean is gone, unfortunately. Let's see to where.
Yeah, I've still got all my AI tokens listed here in a group. Sure, they've all done well, Adil. Sure.
How are
GRTs
we on things
GRTs want to have a look at because that I could see was moving and that might still be
Yeah,
something.
we covered that one. It's pushing into a trend now. So we're waiting for a
Fala
break.
and GLQ. I can't even remember what these tokens were. Ajax, of course.
But yeah, guys, it makes sense. You know, when you see a narrative moving, have a separate category or know your coins in your head. What are your gaming tokens that you're going to jump into if you know gaming is moving? Do you go Gala, Sand, Axie, Nakamoto Games, PYR? What do you go for? So have your basket that you like to look at and then jump in your best one. AI, same story. Have your basket that you want to see. Have your favorites. Layer ones. I mean, out of a habit, I go Avax, Solana, Phantom. There's probably stacks of better ones, stacks of others. Layer twos, what do we have, guys? We got Matic, is Optimism, Arbitrum, right? So have your little categories and you can easily just jump into those and just look for the
just having a look while I was looking at the AI coins, not that it's AI, but the chart just popped up, is Arbitrum. Did you guys look at it?
No, we haven't.
We haven't yet. Okay, so is it moving?
No, but it's just sitting, looks like in a very nice spot.
Okay, great. I'm going to look now. Okay, so just to wrap up, Ocean resistance 363, and then we've got the 200-day higher. So I wouldn't be long here. Obviously, don't go chase a candle. There is resistance coming higher up there, and then look for some horizontal supports on a pullback. If you're looking for an entry, you know, look for these horizontal pullback zones. Look for them to hold. There's another one down here. You know, look at that. Look at that. And then pull those fibs up and see which ones tie in nicely, and then grab your area.
I think Arbitrum is looking interesting.
It is. I'm seeing the same thing play out on Sand, so they're in a similar boat.
Why? I mean, they're not linked, right? I mean, sand is
No,
a
they're not
gaming,
linked.
Arbitrum something else.
No,
Okay.
no. So, Joel, if you just zoom, if you take that trend line from there, the last bottom wick that you can see on your kind of where you've got that fib starting from there to the left, yeah, that one you've got, and then where the dotted line is going, yeah, from that bottom wick that broke below the trend line there.
So, I mean, you like this, huh?
Just check there where that wick that broke below the whatever that was there. No, the one next to it. Yes. Yeah.
You want to see that?
The next.
Okay.
And then look at the horizontal level that we're at. The SR line.
Yeah. See, there's a little bit of old resistance here. So you watch that area. See that? Okay, so that's a zone there.
Stochastics on the ground for 4 hour.
Yeah, Arbitrum's been very quiet. 618. See that? Arbitrum's been super quiet lately. Other things have done their thing. That could be a nice one.
It has no momentum currently, so we're waiting for volume.
Yeah. So first move is obviously here, resistance. Okay, that's your first move you got to deal with. Okay, might reject. If you get that, then it's on, I'd say. So yeah, anything in this zone down here or break, retest, probably a good one. And then this is a major trend. So it should provide good support. If we break up, it should give us support there to push on. Geez, this BTC is looking nice now, huh? Pull back, retest, 15 minutes. Looks good. Okay, injective we've done, GRT we've done. Just going through the list here, guys.
Check sand out.
Oh, SNX, Scala, GMX. Okay, let's look at sand. Sand, I think was off the fib earlier. Yeah, 618.
Got a very big wedge.
Yeah, so this could be one of those early entry plays. If you bullish on the market and you bullish on BTC and you're feeling right and you got 12 hours, you get these buys on these low buys that I like on the 618. Then it plays up, it hits its resistance zone, but then you green and you can either now add to your position, you can TP. If you see it breaking, you can like double up. That's why I like these moves onto these fibs. It kind of gives you a nice early entry. So yeah, watch sand. The safest play, let it break. This will take time. These are the 12-hour candles. The more aggressive move is to grab it on these lows. You can see is this another attempt at a double bottom? Potentially, but that's the risk you're taking. And then the deeper it is, the tighter your stop and the lower your risk. Yes, GMX. Yeah, we're in GMX longs. There is a target. It's the horizontal resistance zone we're looking at. So I'd say probably this region here is something to look at. So you're almost there on your target. So the buy was down here. It's 40 anywhere down here when you got that wick and that push up. But for me, this didn't tie in nicely on the chart. It was just very speculative because there was somebody dumping all these coins. So it was a slightly risky play. It was, we were playing the bounce here. So if you want a TP zone for GMX, I'd say here, 48.9, even a little bit lower, 48.5. It's probably decent. Once this wears off and people start selling, it could come back there. So just be aware, otherwise it's that. Okay, SNX. Oh, SNX 200-day MA. Who's going to long this thing?
SNX on Bybit?
SNX is, it should be.
Yeah.
Shall we long this thing on Bybit? Let's get the pips.
Well, in the span of a weekend, I've taken like what, 10 trades.
Are we longing SNX, guys? This is a 200-day MA play.
I can see you itching for it.
I always get excited, eh? Jeez. Okay, let's just try and get this thing right, yeah. Okay, so if it loses the 200-day, the first spot we're looking at is here, so we're looking at a bounce there. So let's see how big that is. Yeah, 6%. Okay, so why don't we go half here on the 200-day? Then if it breaks, we can add. Is there any news on SNX lately, Jackie?
I haven't seen anything.
It's not a project I follow very much, but considering that most of DeFi is but slow, I don't think there's going to be much more news. I'm just checking
so you see how
total
the
DeFi
support is tying
quickly.
in here, guys? Okay, so this is how you build these areas where you get these bounces. Okay, so you saw me, I took a horizontal area. I've now got the trend. So I know that this is the next strong area now over there. Let's see what fibs we have.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
I have just checked total DeFi. We've had a spike today on total DeFi. So there should be some DeFi exchanges that have exploded.
Guys, I'm longing SNX here. Okay, look here. I've got a 618 and I've got the 200-day MA. My stop is going to be tight. Let's see. Okay, I'm putting a stop under the 618 and the 200-day. That's 1.5. So it's not super tight. And then the next wick is 2.9. So then it starts getting expensive. And then the next area is 5.9. So I'm going to take a small position here on this Bybit. The stop is going to be 2.46. Let's check the order block situation. See, it's in an order block here on the 4-hour.
How big is the order block?
Let's check here. 31% on the 4-hour.
Yeah, so that's a decent break and retest then.
Yeah.
A 2.5. Okay, it's a fraction lower than where we are now. Is sure. There's a lot around that between 2.5 and 2.495. 1, 2, 3.
So let's do. Okay, 2.4.
2.498. 2.5 basically. I mean, it might bounce because it's a round number.
Okay, so you like that area as well for what you're looking at, correct?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so I like it, guys. 200-day MA, I love. 618 fib, I love. There is an order block there, secondary thing for me. It's there. Craig's got something else he likes to watch. It's there. Okay, so there's enough reasons to be long. Okay, let's raise this. Okay, don't worry about the leverage. I'm just lifting it. Okay, so what have we got? This cash was on 10x. You can see I've still got a comp order here that was in my entry box that hasn't hit yet. So I'm going to have to cancel some because it's only giving me available 29. So I'm going to cancel this comp long, which has been there for a week. I was waiting for that wick to dip down that I could grab it. Okay, I'm going to take $1,000 SNX here. Okay.
You just market buy.
Yeah. Always market buy.
Same as well.
Applies on you, bro.
2.461. Jeez,
No
I
wasting
always
time. He goes in.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's see. Add. Okay. What did I say? 2.461. So there's an $18 risk here for me. Okay. 2.461.
Yeah, you find there because you've got the 200-day and you've got a massive 4-hour expansion line, set line just underneath it. So.
Yeah. So guys, remember, when you're taking a position, there's a lot you need to think about, or there's a lot of things you're looking at. And you need to be comfortable that it's in your area. Does it tick your boxes? So again, this is my list of boxes I tick. I'm not always going to be right, but I know balance of probabilities, when all these things start adding up, like there's a good chance that it's going to hold. So you saw me 200-day, 618, order block, Craig's situation over there. That's enough. We've taken a position. If it breaks this trend, hopefully it's still running tomorrow. Maybe we get the retest, we can add, and let's see how it plays out. Okay, so my stop's in place. Okay, so those are my two trades. I need to get a stop here for CAS before I disappear and move my PC.
Just put it under that 200, under the 618. So
yeah, so CAS, I'm going to go 405. Let's call it 405.9. I'm going to go. Okay, so I don't want to be away from my computer again and then get stopped here. 0.04055. 0.04055. Okay, so there's my risk on CAS. It's $39. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so hopefully, BTC looks good, guys. 29.6.
And BNB.
And GRT, look at GRT. Obviously BNB, eh? Oh, this is good stuff. This is really good stuff. Okay. Avax
Rune was perfect on that bounce. Remember I said to you had to front run that bounce. So what happened to your trade there?
Okay. I'm still in it.
You're still in it?
What did I say I was? Yeah, well, I'm sitting here broadcasting.
No, it was way earlier, bro. No. It was way earlier.
Hold on. We'll see. Okay, so FXS, Optimism. Oh, Jay. Jeez, Jay's going to be printing here. This Phantom.
Nice, Jay.
What's happening?
Look at Phantom. I know you watching this thing.
Absolutely.
Where's your TP?
Okay, very nice. Are you targeting 25 cents, Jay? It was up here, eh?
Yeah. That's my first target.
Oh, his first target, eh? Jay's got big plans. He's got big plans this week for Phantom.
Yeah,
okay, you must get an entry on this thing. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna jump. I think we've covered a lot. Thanks everyone for being here. Doge,
I just want to, before we go,
guys,
you can go, Bill.
GRT is breaking out.
Yeah, GRT, yeah.
Maybe there's some of us might have a GRT position. Yeah, so that's nice to see. Okay, Doge. Remember this MA, guys, that Sam was talking about. There it is. Okay. It's holding this thing. Just. But definitely something to watch. Okay, add that to your indicators. Aptos. Don't forget Aptos. There's a little trend break on the 1 hour. Okay. Thanks, everybody. I'm running. Jackie, obviously, if you've got something else you want to show, please do. Bruce, everybody.
Yeah, you jump. I wanted to just tackle this question of Surya. I don't know if you tackled it, the psychological question.
Yeah.
You did or didn't tackle it?
No, I
wrote a message.
Please go for it.
Chat.
That'd be great.
So
okay,
just
guys, I'm jumping. See you tomorrow.
Okay, cheers.
Ciao.
Psychological question. Due to previous losses,
Yes.
I'm very skeptical on trading with high amounts. When I trade on small amounts, I think profit. When I trade big amounts, I'm usually losing the trade. How do I overcome this? I mean, that's a very common problem, and it's all mental, as you've already written, psychological question. And the thing that you've got to do is you slowly got to increase your amounts. So I don't know what numbers you're talking about, but let's just say you started on, I don't know, $100 trade as a number. You need to execute at least around 20, 25 trades at $100. Look at what you've done, and then you slowly step it up so that the mental game starts becoming bigger. Because I had that when I upped my leverage from 10, just even to 12.5%. My mind just wasn't used to the differences, in how quick it moves. And you fear off, you get scared because you obviously don't want to lose the money. So you've got to just step it up slowly. That's my advice. I don't know if you can add anything there, Bruce.
No, that was exactly what I would say. Is there is no rush. You increase your position size slowly, increase your leverage slowly, and you'll adapt to it. It's just a matter of getting used to those numbers. And if you do have a couple losing trade spree, like 2 or 3 in a row, you find yourself getting nervous again, just back off again, right? Just pull back to a lower level where you're not going to worry, and then just increase it again. It happens to everyone.